Guys, Keith Kalfas. Haven't put out a video in a few days, even though I'll be putting out a lot of videos very soon. I just want to say thank you for all the love and support, and I'm going to talk for a few minutes about a few different things. One is, I feel called to talk about relationships. Running a business, getting a business off the ground for new guys is very, very challenging. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication, millions of hours. I mean, it's dark right now. I literally just got home. It's 10:30 p.m. So, relationships. Your woman could feel very threatened or upset if you're not at home on the homestead, but you got to get out after hours and build your business on the side, or maybe you've gone full-time and you're building this thing from scratch. It takes 100% dedication. You can't be home at 5 o'clock. You can't do it. So if your woman is very sensitive to that stuff, she might get really shaky. She might go in any direction. She could become crazy, so to speak. She could pick fights with you, argue with you. You might even be up all night fighting with her because you're not there, and it's just to get your attention. She might say things or do things or attack you. It could get bad. You could argue, you could fight. You could be a man with bags under your eyes on the verge of wanting to jump off of a bridge because you can't take the pressure anymore. Maybe you snap and you scream at her. I don't know what's going on. But all I'm saying is that, or maybe people bottle things up inside. Read a book by Gary Chapman called The 5 Love Languages. Phenomenal book. You can get an audiobook or read an ebook or a physical book, buy it off eBay, whatever. It says that different people communicate in different ways. Maybe your woman needs to feel loved through acts of service. Maybe if you vacuum the floor and fold laundry and do all the dishes and do that, no matter how tired you are, she will feel loved. Maybe it's speaking. You have to speak and tell her, I love you. You did a great job on that. I support you. I got your back no matter what. Maybe she feels love when you speak to her that way. Maybe your woman feels love through physical touch. It doesn't matter how much you tell her you love her, bro. You could do anything you want around the house. You have to physically give her a massage or rub her feet or put your fingers through her hair or rub her back and tell her everything is going to be okay. Maybe that's how she feels love. So basically the point of the book is you could think and feel that you are loving somebody with everything that you have every moment of the day for years, and that person and your woman could actually feel totally unloved and feel like you don't love her at all. And you're like, what? I love her unconditionally, but she don't feel loved. She might not even feel loved because you haven't been loving her in a way that makes her feel loved. Does that make sense? What if, how about this? What if you don't feel loved by her? And little do you know, she loves you so much she would die for you, but because she doesn't touch you or give you a massage, or maybe she doesn't speak to you in a certain way, or maybe she doesn't do certain things. We have completely different love languages, and most couples are married for years, and they aren't even aware that the reasons that they might even be secretly miserable is because they're not communicating in the other person's love language. So this is the solution, and read the book as well, is find out what their love language is or what makes them feel loved and start doing that. Say, like, how about this? My wife feels love. It's acts of service. And I never got that. I rub her feet, man. I spoil her. I pamper her. Tell her I love her up and down. It don't even do shit. My wife feels loved when she's folding the laundry and I come up next to her and I start folding the laundry. Or she's doing the dishes and I come up next to her and I dry them off, or I'll put them all away from her. She feels love when I'm running loads of laundry up and down the stairs. Or she feels love through acts of service. How does your woman feel loved? And it took a long time to realize that. You got to see how they respond and love them in a way selflessly that makes them feel loved. Not how what you think is love, what makes them feel loved. That's how you make it grow, by bending over backwards. There's first, second, and third stage consciousness in relationships. First stage relationship is the reciprocals are shells. It's masculine, feminine, conscious awareness, like yin yang. So if a man is masculine in his core, but the woman is feminine in her core, but they have reciprocal codependency, that means the man has a feminized shell, right? And the woman has a masculinized shell. This is very common. It's the depolarization and the shift of masculine, feminine consciousness. Therefore, you got these ball-busting masculine females, and then a more feminized guy, where the woman feels like she has to be masculine and control and boss her man around and bitch about everything until he's ground down to a stump and he can't even defend himself to his woman, or she'll bite his freaking head off. Because really what's going on is, deep down inside, the woman is afraid and insecure, and she can't be her feminine self and relax into the backbone and surrender into, you know, he is the spine of her serenity. She can't relax because she is afraid that she cannot trust him, because he's not truly aligned up with this masculine core. Therefore, he is untrustable. So she tries to be a control freak and controls him like his mommy, because she's afraid she can't trust him. So at least if she can control him, she can keep him in a spot or in a position where she doesn't have to face neglect or abuse, or face being abandoned and things like that. That's where codependency comes in, and you see these bitchy women where the guy is like, ugh. So the only way is when you begin to grow in your masculinity, because that's going from first to second stage consciousness, which is functionality and fairness, is where you give and receive and you communicate. You ever see those real healthy relationships? Well, at least they seem healthy. That's when you begin to grow in your masculinity, and she relaxes in her femininity. She's all about like love and realizes that she is love. There's no lack of love. And a man realizes that he is the staff in the wind that never folds, falls, breaks, or crumbles, no matter what she crashes against him. Then she begins to grow trust. That's when codependency starts to break and fall away. Third stage conscious relationship is very few. That's what I'm talking about, the 5 love language, where you bend over backwards for your lover. You give and you give regardless of how you feel, and you love unconditionally, and no matter what she crashes against you, you can take it, and you do things that are right no matter what. But from the first stage lens of awareness, first and third stage look alike. So third stage conscious, I know this is some deep shit, man, but third stage looks like first stage from the first stage lens. What the hell am I talking about? So a man who is truly masculine and centered and loves his woman the right way and tells her no, no, no. That sometimes a woman needs that. But men have been conditioned and lied to in our society, and our culture is fucked up, that for a man to be a real man is bad. It's wrong. It's neglectful and it's abusive. It's not neglectful or abusive. It's not. So men have been conditioned that they have to be subservient, wusses, and not be a man. This is crazy. And then men have been forced to adopt these feminized shells, which means that like they're just like, they take shit, and now the women have to develop a masculine shell, and the media is, and the culture's all messed up. Look at what's the Kardashians, the Bruce Jenner guy is becoming a woman now. If you look at all these TV shows, the women are the bosses, the women are running shit, and all the men are made out to be these idiots who aren't allowed to do anything, and they're stupid, and men have been reduced down to nothing more than their utility value. A man has been reduced to nothing more than his utility value, and he is not value anymore as a masculine warrior that makes decisions for the family, brings home the bacon, it calls the shots. It is now the women who have been put in that position. And this is also some deeper kind of socioeconomic, new world order. You can get into spiritual, you can get into, I don't even want to get into that stuff. I'm very aware of some very deep type of Alan Watt, Alex Jones, David Icke, David Deida, there's major conscious shifts and movements happening all over the place right now, not only on earth but universally speaking, spiritually speaking, alignment with atonement. This is crazy. All right, I'm gonna end it now. I gotta get in the house. All right, later. Get the book, 5 Love Languages. Later.